Parents, guardians, loving caregivers, if you have a child that's having some bully issues, one of the worst things that can make this more of a challenge is if drinking or drugs are part of the situation. And this video will give you some info on how your champ can stay safe and give you some tips that you can do together to have a protection plan in place. So watch this video and teach it to your champ. Or watch it together and kick off a conversation with your champ to talk about this important and vital subject. So let's do this. Kevin Daniels here with Bully Defense 101 and the mental, verbal, physical system. I help parents and their kids learn the best ways to deal with bullying mentally, verbally, and physically, so your kids can stay safe, walk taller, and live a more confident, awesome, and stoke-filled life. And today we're talking about one thing that can definitely make a bully situation worse. You know, when it comes to drinking and drugs, this is all about developing a strong mind and having the confidence to be able to say no when it comes to this. We talk a lot about the mental game portion of your bully defense blueprint. Things like building massive self-confidence, awareness, avoidance, evasion, and cyberbullying. But pretty much all of that training flies right out the window if you add in drinking or drugs. And this is important. I don't know how old you are or who you hang around with, but I just need to point out that drinking and drugs make you foggy. They make you blurry. You can't have awareness to help stay safe from the bully if you're clouded in the brain. It's pretty much the exact opposite. You're not going to be clear and sharp if your brain is fuzzy and dull, right? Drinking and drugs make you lose your perception and your peripheral vision and your intuition. You lose your gut feeling. It's a really bad idea if you want to have any kind of edge over the bully. So, obviously stay away from them if you want to stay sharp and stay aware. But unfortunately, in some age ranges, unfortunately, maybe even in high school or middle school, they're almost inevitable. And the worst thing is, usually the people who are going to be putting the most pressure on you end up being your friends, right? Everyone is usually aware of the creepy drug dealer who hangs out in the shadows, and it's easy to avoid that guy or girl. But he or she is not going to be putting any pressure on you. It's usually your closest friends that put the pressure on. So if that happens, man, use your personal power. Use all the confidence you have and be ready to say no to the ones closest to you, right? Nope, no, not tonight, nada, sorry. Be ready to say it and be ready to mean it, Again, if you want to stay aware of where the danger is, where the bully is, and where safety is, you got to stay clean, clear, and sharp. Don't give the bully any kind of edge up on you. And if you ever do get put in a situation that does involve drugs or alcohol, I have a couple of tips for you to help deal with the pressure and some things that you can say to your friends, right? Number one, first of all, a great excuse why you can't drink or smoke or whatever is to just blame it on your parents. My parents are going to grill me when I get home. They're going to smell my breath. If I have anything to drink, I'm going to be busted for weeks or whatever. Blame it on your parents. Usually, your friends at the party will understand. Another thing you can say is, I have a big soccer game tomorrow I got to get up early for, or I got to go home and study for my paper tonight, or I'm the designated driver, or I got to get up early and train for my race, or any other excuse that you can come up with. Then you can drink some soda or energy drink or frappuccino or anything else that you enjoy to drink while everyone else is getting drunk and stupid. You stay sharp and everyone else gets fuzzy. Parents, I want to make sure you're listening on this one, If you're younger and you don't drive, have a plan in place with your parents. We've always said to our kids, if there's drugs or drinking at a party, we would come pick them up anytime from anywhere with no questions asked, no punishment ever. Your parents would rather have you home safe than anything. You can even have a code word or a code phrase worked out with your folks if you need a quick ride out of there. All you have to do is text it to your parents. Hey, Grandpa Jim stopped by today. Or Amazon dropped off your package today, or whatever your secret code is. But that's the cue. Your parents will know and can come give you a ride out of there. And no one's going to know what you're talking about, even if they see the text you sent. Just work out a secret code or a secret phrase with your parents in advance because they're on your side. Another tip you can use if you're going to a party where there might be drinking is just bring your own drink, in your own cup, like a 7-Eleven Slurpee or a McDonald's soda, If someone asks, hey, you want a drink? Just say, oh, it's okay, I already got one, right? Most likely, if they're getting fuzzy, they won't be paying much attention to what you're actually drinking. But just make sure your cup has a lid on it. And the reason why you want a lid, so others can't see what you're drinking, number one, but also, unfortunately, sometimes people will try to sneak drugs or alcohol into your drink or spike it or dose your drink, right? So keep your drink with you, keep it covered, and wherever you go, even to the bathroom, bring it with you so no one can dump anything in there. And finally, keep one tip in mind, be prepared to deal with friends who get into drinking or drugs. If they fall into that crowd, there's usually no coming back, at least for quite a while, So if your friends get into that and start putting pressure on you, keep in mind you might need to leave those friends behind and find a new set of friends. It happens. So surround yourself with people that lift you up instead of bring you down, okay? One last thing, keep in mind the big picture. If you're having a tough time with a bully or bullies, partying with them is not going to help you stay sharp, and it certainly won't impress anyone, especially the bully. So keep clean, keep clear, and keep your edge. All right, let's use this. I have an exercise called a Put It Into Practice Challenge. And parents, guardians, today, just start a deeper conversation on drinking and drugs with your champ. It's not always comfortable or convenient, but it's good to keep the communication lines open and make sure your champ knows that they can talk to you about anything. And work out a code word or a code phrase. If your champ texts it to you or says it on the phone, you guys will know just what to do. All right, question of the day. Do you have any tips or advice to help other parents that might be having a problem with challenging influences in their children's lives? As parents or caregivers, we're often the best source of help for others. And as part of this community, if you have any tips or tricks or advice, let us know in the comments down below. I'd love to get your thoughts. All right, before we end, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being the kind of parent or guardian or caregiver that's there for their champ, there to support them, there to do some research, and there to find options and tools to help keep them safe. All right, if you got some good stuff out of today, hit the like button down below and consider subscribing. And please feel free to share this video with another parent that you might know that maybe you think this could help out. Plus, if you'd like some more training, there's a deep dive video tutorial and free workbook download on our website that you can sign up for. Just go to www.bullydefense101.com/free and you'll see a link to sign up for more. And I have a link in the description area down below. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Make it a great day.